Let's see. I wish we would have timed in and out. All right.
Back for another beautiful day of baseball, rubber game of the series, and potentially the district championship game. This is like a high-level baseball game here tonight in Mendenhall after the Cougars took game 2, 9-7 last night at Lamar after dropping the first game. This is Coach McNulty here as always with Coach Lane. First hitter, Wiggins. Strike to open the game. Ball went on the mound. A little delayed on I was telling the story off air and couldn't get on in time to hear Landry. We got trusted Tim McMillan on the scoreboard over there. Don Lucas, Paxton Lucas with the scoreboard on the live stream. So we're locked and loaded here. We got Brett Duncan pacing in the background, adding his 4, 5, 6, 8 cents anytime we need it. Yep. We like it.
Valuable insight.
Yeah, we tried to get him some headset. He said absolutely not. He's going to be a producer, not a commentator. So we got 2-2 on the batter. Talking about Simpson history, Simpson baseball history here off air. A lot of rich history here as we look to try to get one game closer to a district championship. And
yes, folks. So we have to have hitters make up for it, and I think they did that later in the game.
They did. 9 runs.
Exactly.
That's what we want to see. We're talking about it. Game 1, like our hitters with our pitching, and look again, we got great young pitching. But when the velocity, when we get to these games, you need a little velocity, or you need your hitters to come
make
through.
Up for it. Right,
That's
to make
right.
up for it. And a little change up in Lamar's lineup. We see Sully now in the 2-hole.
And, I really like that. I've told you that forever. I love when your A or A1 hitters in the 2-hole. I like the way that sits when the lineup gets flipped, and
we've talked about it. Just coaching over the years, you want your best hitters towards the top anyway. You just want, I know traditionally you have power guys in the 3, 4, 5, even 6 slot, but regardless of that, you want your best hitters up at the plate the most. You want to give them the most appearances possible. So I'm like you. I like the idea of, moving your guys further up the lineup as you can. They drew a leadoff walk and already have somebody that can really drive them in with one swing of the bat.
So 2 balls and a strike. Reed takes the 2-0 pitch right down the middle. I think he thought it was a little high. Baldwin, just like his freshman counterpart, Walker, have really done a great job all year and have held on to that number 2 and number 3 spot in the rotation, even as young freshmen, and are both of them are battle tested now. We talked about it last week. It's time to probably stop calling them freshmen, even though they are,
right?
Because we are inching closer to where it doesn't matter your classification. The only thing that matters is in between the lines, you get it done.
That's exactly right.
And ball hit deep to right center. Duncan giving chase. Great play by Duncan. A basket catch a la Willie Mays, Jim Edmonds without the dive.
Right.
Great stuff from Duncan. And
honestly, it looked like it was going to get down. The wind blowing directly in our face right here may have had something to do with it, but, I really thought that was going to be a base hit.
I did too. I thought it was going to be an extra base hit. But Duncan used his speed and athleticism that he gets from his daddy, I think.
Yeah.
We don't know. Duncan shaking his head no, so maybe from his mama. But he got a little juice to them legs and did a great job of chasing it down. First out of the ball game. Really good job there by Duncan.
Look, that's a big out. Braxton, he's kind of finding his zone right now. He's already at 11 pitches early.
Runner goes. Oh, great throw by Adcock. Ooh.
That was
really good throw.
I really thought they may have got him right there.
Looked like it was a good slide to the outside of the bag and just got his hand there before. And, look, he got a great jump.
He did.
And so he probably stole that one on Braxton right there. But runner at second, Wickham up, and I really like this. I really like Wickham. This is the first time I've really watched him.
Yeah.
They've always talked about his pitching, but I like the way he looks at the plate. Really solid. Doesn't get fooled. Quiet body, pretty quick hands. And as I say that, he gets around a fastball in the outside corner. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out here in the first inning, top of the first. And for all intents and purposes here, you're looking at the district championship game. Both of these teams expected to take care of business next week. I think we play a little bit tougher test at Wayne. They're typically pretty good, and that ball's hit deep to right center. But the wind holds it up, and Duncan, good job there of getting up under it for out number 2. Looked like Wickham just missed that one, and I like the way he swings the bat.
Yeah, and again, in order to win these type of games, when you got a team as good as Lamar who have hitters, you have to really help out your young pitcher here. He doesn't have that velocity, so they are going to be able to, they're going to be able to lift that ball a little bit. So helping him out, making those plays.
Not a bad pitch right there.
Really,
like ball
increases our chances of winning.
Yeah, I agree. Harrington up here for the Raiders in the 4-hole. It seems like our young pitching staff has really caught some breaks this year. Every time that we play, it seems like the wind's blowing in.
It is, yeah.
I think it's just the way we're situated in the hole, and they cut down a lot of these trees in left field. So it kind of potentially created a funnel that blows in. So not great for hitters, but great for young pitchers.
Right. Yeah. Chase did a good job framing that and getting a strike for his young pitcher.
2 balls and a strike here, 2 outs. Ball outside, 3-1. Their 3 most dangerous hitters, Reed, Whitcomb, and Harrington, right here. Curveball, lifted in foul territory. So I like the way they've pitched Harrington here. Free base open. Don't want to give him anything amazing to hit. We want him to hit Braxton's pitch.
Right.
So full count here. 2 outs, top of the first.
And I'm kind of looking at the box score from last night, looking at.
And curveball. Looks like Duncan got a good beat on it.
He had a good read on that.
And all 3 putouts to Duncan in center.
Yeah. Looking at like the box score last night, Harrington, he went 2 for 3. Whitcomb went 1 for 3. Sully went 1 for 3. But vast majority of their hits were made from their first 5 guys, 5 or 6 guys. So,
yeah, you can definitely tell. And you can tell just the way athletically they look in their stance and their bat speed. I mean, they all 3 are good high school hitters.
Yep.
And Reed's on the mound. He'll be the number 3 starter for Lamar. He's 82, 83. Some say he can get it up to 85, 86, but nothing this Cougar lineup hasn't seen. So we'll start off Duncan, McKinney, Kennedy.
Yep.
Gage, Smith still out. Doing more accelerated rehab today. And
it's a good sign, real good sign.
Yeah, so timeline, he's getting closer to his return. We're still probably a week to 10 days out before he can really, really test it.
Right.
But, man, for us to win this series without him would be a feather in our cap.
Yep, you're exactly right. looking at the Cougars offense tonight, last night we had 15 hits, 8 RBIs, 4 walks, 4 strikeouts. Barrett had a night, 4 for 4, 3 runs. And Ben, 2 for 5, Chase, 3 for 4. So we have to have those kind of nights from our guys in order to, compete with a well-rounded team like this.
I agree. Well said.
Number 1, Braden Duncan.
Well said. Duncan has had a really good series at the plate, and really good job in that first inning of making some outs there, and does a good job of working counts. Good leadoff hitter. So I would anticipate a good solid at bat here as we start to get into the nitty gritty of this playoff run. And ball's inside.
Looking at Sully on the mound, he's a well-built kid, young guy. If I remember correctly, now last year I think he did have a little bit of trouble with command. Obviously, he can ring it up there. Again, I think that would just hit at 83.
Yeah, he's 80, 82, 83. Like you said, can jump it up to 85, 86. But, again, nothing that this experienced seasoned Cougar lineup can't handle at a high level.
Right.
If they bring the bats like they did last night. I personally think last night the pitcher Whitcomb, he's 91, 90, runs it up really, really high numbers at this level, and we handled him well, knocked him off the bump.
And, I think part of it, too, was we were able to get his numbers up, his pitch count up early, and once we reached into their bullpen, it was kind of a little chink in their armor. I don't think their bullpen's really that strong. They got some good starters, but their bullpen wasn't quite as strong as I thought it would be.
Yeah, I agree. And up next, McKinney, been hot as a 6-shooter, 2 home runs in this series, an absolute monstrous bomb game 1, and then a home run to right center last night. And again, they pitched McKinney backwards literally every at-bat.
Right.
Every single at-bat. And I think the last couple of games he has – and that ball's hit well to center. Wind's going to hold it up, and Mayock out there. I know I'm not pronouncing his name correctly. Mayette.
Now, batting
with the put out.
Ben Kennedy.
So Kennedy up. 2 outs here in the bottom of the first.
Yeah, and I think that may be something that we might have to look at, being at home early in the game, the wind is higher. Later in the game, the wind does cool off. But right now, that wind last couple games has really been strong blowing in.
Dynamite drop in right there.
As always,
I agree.
Dynamite. I think we need a concession snack to rate.
Oh yeah,
we've done the M&Ms. We did some sunflower seeds.
Back on the sunflower seeds the other night.
Yeah,
a couple people holler at us and say we need sunflower seeds.
We need a sponsorship of some kind where they we need to rate some stuff. We'll do the Portnoy 1 bite challenge.
Yeah, with sunflower seeds.
With sunflower seeds.
So 2-1 here for Kennedy. 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. Ball up. 81. So he's 81, 82. Really hittable velocity.
Right.
So Ben should have something really.
Fastball's not. It doesn't have a lot of run. At least from my angle, it doesn't seem to be. Seems pretty flat. I could be mistaken. You might have a little bit better view of that.
Jammed him just a hair. And that'll retire the side. 6-3 for the 3rd out of the first inning. So that'll complete inning number 1, Cougars 0, Raiders 0. We'll return after these quick messages from our sponsors.
This is Chris Curley of Main Street Realty. We would like to thank our customers for the support over the last 17 years as we've served you. We now have locations in Richland as well as McGee, serving a 5-county area. We have a team of experienced agents here to help you with all your real estate needs. We can be reached at our McGee office at 601-849-3226 and in our Richland office at 601-326-3030. We look forward to the opportunity to serve you.
Family owned and family run, Zip's Restaurant has been providing McGee with great food, including the Zip Burger and special sauce, for over 50 years. And we are proud to have them as a sponsor for SEA Cougar football. Call Anthony Smith and 49 Service Center at 601-847-6700 for all of your automotive needs, and they will get you situated. They have been a proud supporter of Cougar Athletics and Cougar Live Stream.
All right. And we're back. Top second here. Clean inning both ways defensively in the first inning. Ooh, strike on the inside corner. Kind of a delayed strike call from Blue. That
The official, I mean, I think that's just kind of his nature. None of his strikes have really been just like instantaneous. He kind of stands up, looks around a minute, looks down third base line, then makes a call.
so far not a bad zone.
No, and he's been fairly consistent early in the game.
1-1 to the hitter. Nice curveball right there for a strike. Fastball in the outside corner, pretty good pitch, fouled off to the right.
Foul balls this season are sponsored by B&B Glass Repair.
Yeah.
So 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Kind of hung the
Curveball hung up, line shot to left field. Walker gets it, throws it into the cut to McKinney. And leadoff single for the Raiders.
Batting for the Raiders, number 9.
Curveball had a little bit of break on it, just didn't locate it right there.
It's $500 for the season. So we don't have to announce it every time, thank goodness.
And that'll be a strike on the outside corner.
Piping hot 73.
It won't be long, though.
No, BB's going to be.
And squares to bunt. Kennedy approaches. Good job by Adcock to block it up right there. Ball in the dirt. Looked like it skipped off the plate. Turns and squares. And ball out. 2 balls and a strike here. You know, I always feel like they're going to square around, runner at first, nobody out. Let's get the out. If they're going to give us the out,
They'll give it to you. Take
get
it.
the out. Yeah, throw a strike, let him bunt it. Snap throw to first. He's back. Three balls and a strike. From our vantage point in here, the press box, bird's eye view, looked like a strike. And ball down, and now is probably an automatic bunt.
Right.
You know, right here, they're gonna
The Raiders, number 2, Brody Mayette.
they're gonna bunt it. If I'm Bryce, I'm hard charging. Braxton's got the third base side. We're gonna try to cut him down at third. You know, I'm really trying to get up there and be aggressive to
Kind of flip your hips around and make the play.
Yeah, take that sack away. Well, they letting him hit. Ball, curveball up. Just kind of hanging up on him.
73 miles per hour.
Nice pitch right there to battle back. I cannot either. If I'm Bryce, I'm coming.
There it is.
There it comes. And stabs at it. Oh, no. So everything okay right there.
I was
Through
about
behind.
to say, you know, he's out because he come out of the box right there, got in the way.
Good call there, Coach Lane. So that'll be an unbelievable break for the Cougars. Mayette out of the box. He stabbed at it, got his body out of the batter's box, and obviously you cannot do that. So
He's got to stay there.
the first miscue
That's
right
a big
there
out
by each team. That's a huge out. I mean, look, it's a completely different situation when you're talking about runners at first and second, nobody out, runners at first and second, well, one out. I mean, double plays in order to get you out of it. You got to force everywhere. You know, you're all of a sudden in okay shape.
Right.
Coach Blakeney out to talk to Braxton. Coach Blakeney wearing his game pants from 1998. Looks like Manny Ramirez, circa 2003. Curveball, looks like a strike. Throw behind, got him. Oh, Allen mishandles it. And he'll advance to third right there. And Adcock with a good throw. And Allen just mishandled it. Second ball he's mishandled. He mishandled the cut. And I thought the sun kind of got in his eyes. But right there just missed it. That would have been an out. Had him in a rundown, that would have been an out right there. So runners at first and third. We temporarily undo the miscue unless we get a hard ground ball up the middle and can roll it. Fastball for a strike. So no balls, 2 strikes here. This is a big at bat right here. Runners on the corners for the Raiders. Hey, not a bad spot right there. He hit the spot, but it just set up just a little off, which is probably what Coach Case wanted.
Right.
I
think at 0-2, you don't give him nothing to get this guy in. See if you can get a swing and a miss, something like that. Looks like
1
Chase
ball,
is
2 strikes.
back outside.
Another not a bad pitch right there. So 2-2. Good job by the Raider hitter to lay off of that curveball. We got full count. Blue just said 3-2. And line shot. Kennedy retires him. And you can tell the sun's really bad.
That's
so
really bothering them.
any ball thrown from the left side to the right side, everybody needs to be aware, because what you don't want is Braxton to miss that and it roll in between first and the catcher and
Right.
and the
Give
third.
him a cheap run.
Yeah, you get a cheap run.
I really wish Bryce was wearing some sunglasses right now, honestly. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
you look at him, it's right in his face.
It's rough over there. Lancaster up for the Raiders. 2 outs. Strike on the outside corner. And another strike on the corner. No balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs here in the top of the second. Step off. Run at him. Hey, good job by Braxton. And Lamar tried to steal one, but great job by the Cougars of executing.
Just kind of kept her cool there. And really, Lamar didn't really look comfortable doing that. They really weren't quite sure what they wanted out of that. I think, if I'm them, I commit to the rundown. I am aggressive right there. I force Braxton to make a throw to me, and then I send him. But
look, textbook, you really want in that situation, you want the pitcher to get it out of his hand to somebody that can see the third base runner, whether it be when he's running back, get it to Bryce,
right,
and let him
make
see it. That's right. But we did a good job. Braxton, heady, smart, did a good job of making a great throw to Chase and eliminating the Raider threat. And look, great job there by the Cougars to get out of that what looked to be the start of a rough inning. Runners at first and second, nobody out. We get out of there with no runs scored.
The only issue, obviously, I love getting out of it, no runs through 2. Braxton's already at 40 pitches.
Yeah. And look, the way that Coach Case has been handling these young guys, he's probably still got 60 left. So.
Oh, yeah, he's 100% going, his philosophy behind these younger guys is they're flexible, they're bendy. He allows them to throw, and they recover pretty well from it. So you're probably right. I mean, he's still going to have about 60.
And look, we talked about it with Braxton and with Colt. You probably the ceiling on the innings that they need to pitch is really 2 times to the lineup. So whether that be 3 innings, 4 innings, 5 innings, if you can get it through 5 innings, you've done a really good job. Strike curveball to Adcock. Good job of laying off that on the first pitch, though.
Right. Well, we're he's going to be leading off with the 9-1-2 next inning, so he'll see a couple of these guys second time around. So we'll see how they do against that the next time. 1
ball, 1 strike here to Adcock. And ground ball.
Chopper. Oh, he slipped.
And third baseman slipped down. And
so that's Simpson grass right there, got
that's
him.
it. And Adcock on. And courtesy runner, Reed.
In all seriousness, though, they are probably not used to that little lip right there. They do play on that turf, very flat, very smooth, very uniform.
Well, look, you know it. Turf was foreign back in the day, and all these kids have grown up on it. And when you go from turf to a grass field and dirt infield, it is a major adjustment. And you can see that helped the Cougars right there. So Hendricks McGee up. Reed on first. Reed pitching. Ball outside. Allen on deck. Quick pick over to first. Nothing doing. Fastball popped up and misplayed there by the second baseman. And so McGee will have an extra opportunity after the misplay by the second baseman. He's saying the sun or the wind, whatever elements there are, but it's an error.
Yeah.
And it gives us an opportunity to take advantage of it.
You're right. Me and you've talked about that long before, that there's some errors that don't show up in the scorebook. That is one of them on Lamar right there. That, yes, he did not catch it, but he probably should have, and now we're hoping that we can make him pay for that.
2-1, McGee. Ball on the outside, just missed. 3 balls and a strike.
Sully looking a little frustrated on the mound, kind of stabbing at that ball coming back to him.
Well, look, it's a ball,
Yeah.
It's just simple as that.
And then I don't know. He could be
good.
frustrated at himself.
Yeah, that's right. Good hard swing right there.
What was that right there? It wasn't a straight fastball, was it?
I think it was. It looked like it. What? Yeah, 79. So yeah, that was probably a fastball, a slow fastball. And ground ball, got around it. Foul ball.
I was going to say it hit on the line. It hit on the line.
Full count here. This is a huge at bat. If he gets on, we're cooking with Crisco. Fouled back. Good hittable pitch. Fouled away. McGee with a 2 RBI double last night. A really big at bat.
Yeah, that was
in that
big,
second
big
inning. Our third inning broke the score to 6-0 for the Cougars. And was able to hold on. Curveball hit, should be a tailor-made 2, and it was. 6-4-3. Good job by the Raiders to turn that. Curveball there, pretty well hit. Exactly what you want. Pretty well hit to short, and did a good job of rolling that up.
Yeah. That shows you, the confidence that they have in Sullivan. 3-2 curveball right there. I thought Hendricks did a pretty good job of seeing it. But like you said, it just wasn't quite where we needed it.
Yeah, hit it okay. Just on the ground right at the shortstop.
80 miles per hour.
1 ball, 1 strike. Fouled back by Allen. Foul back. That probably got a vehicle. Yeah.
About 145 is the
1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the bottom of the second inning. And ground ball to third. And that'll retire the Cougars. So
Hitless through 2 so far.
So Raiders 0, Cougars 0. End of the second inning. We'll return after these messages with more Cougar baseball.
Go Cougars. Come see Dr. Frank Wade at 149 Pediatric in McGee for all of your health care needs. Dr. Wade has been supporting the McGee community for over 35 years, and he has been an unwavering supporter of the SEA Cougar football program and the SEA Cougar live stream. Go Cougars. Come see Dylan Sanford and all the wonderful people at Assured Partners in McGee, handling home, auto, life for you and your family for over 50 years. And they are a proud supporter of Simpson Cougar football.
we're back. I'm going to take a quick break to get a Snicker bar.
Get our sponsorships going.
Yeah, Coach Lane, he's got you for a hitter or two.
Yeah. Ball inside for a strike. Yeah, a little change up, I think. Base hit for another 9-hole guy here.
Coming to the plate for the Raiders, number 23, Ty Wiggins.
So leadoff guy here at first as we flip the order. 1 hole back up. Ty Wiggins takes first ball inside for a strike. Braxton up to 46 pitches. 63 mile an hour. Little change of pace there for strike 2. So Braxton way ahead, 0-2. Chase protecting those bags out there, always aggressive, always keeping those base runners on their toes with a little quick back pick out there. Foul back. Count remains 0-2. Hard hit ball right there. Oh. Hard hit ball up the middle. It was tailor-made for a double play, but we missed it right there. So now we got runners at first and second. Should be scored as.
Now batting for the Raiders, number 7, Sullivan Reed.
Yeah, they gave him a single on the game changer, but I'm not convinced that is a single. I believe that was an error. So Sullivan Reeves steps in with runners at first and second, no outs.
74 miles per hour.
Ball outside for ball 1. Hard hit ball, but luckily foul. Sully sat back, waited on that, but got just around it just a little bit. I mean, that came off the bat really quick. So the count's 1-1. No outs. Pitch, breaking ball, misses outside. Count comes up to 2-1 now. Yeah, count is 3-1. Could have been called a strike, but our catcher was set out middle away, and it just missed inside. Probably did nick the zone, but just a miss. Oh, that's a hard hit ball. Way out of here, but thankfully foul. Sully put a lot of juice in that. So the count's now 3-2. Hope we leave nothing over the plate for Mr. Sullivan Reed right here. Because he is picking up the spin, and he is looking for it right now. Balled in the dirt. So bases loaded, no outs. Honestly, not the worst thing in the world with that dangerous batter. They're going to courtesy run for him since he's pitching tonight. Wickham, another dangerous hitter, comes up to the plate.
Courtesy runner number 6, Mikhail Willis.
Yeah. All right, so Braxton sets up. We got corners in right now as the lefty settles in the box. Ball misses inside, bounces around. They said that it hits the batter, so drives the first run in of the game.
Coming to the plate for the Raiders. For 18, Ty Harrington.
Chase said something to him. Chase. No, he called to check picture practice. He heard. I think he called Chasing the leg.
Well, either way, one of the members of the battery here is nicked a little bit, so Coach K is going to go out there and check on them, give them a minute to breathe, make sure they're okay all the way around.
If he says anything about them, automatically, his discretion, he takes them out of the game. Really? Yes, anything complaining about the arm. The last couple of years. That's probably the one.
If Braxton says anything, or the coach?
Like complaining about his elbow.
That was an unfortunate ricochet is what that was.
Give him a run, Tim.
We'll go away.
73 miles per hour.
Wait till the inning's over.
73 miles per hour.
So it might have been Chase.
Why didn't they meet back here then?
I don't know. I don't understand why Chase motioned him out there.
See if there's any way to move.
Yeah. Get out there away from the fans or something.
So bases loaded, no out. First pitch is a strike for 0-1. With Harrington up here at the plate. Comes back hard, hit ball, base hit. That's going to bring in two. Kay gets around it, throws the ball in, hits this cut at third. Stand-up double for Harrington there. No, this is good. This is good.
You think he's still going to taste like pickle?
We're going to try the. So we had the peanut M&Ms last time. But this is just the straight milk chocolate kind.
So 3-0. Catch me up. I saw.
Yeah, we didn't get the hot dog. We'll get it later. No. Hey, that'll be later. That'll be later. We'll keep the viewers in suspense on my rating of the hot dog.
Nice.
All right, so had the bases loaded. Sully, really powerful, hit a few balls, just a country mile, but foul. Had a little trouble with command. We had a single, two singles, a walk, and then a hit by pitch to drive in the first run, and then, of course, right here with Harrington with the stand-up double down left to get it to 3-0.
Yeah, we're in the danger time here. Bringing Kennedy in, I think that's a smart move for Coach Case. If you can stay on top of it with the young guys where is tight or we're ahead, then you can keep rolling them out there, But when you find yourself in a deficit quick,
Right.
the lack
Right.
of velocity in this type game, you just got to make a change and hope you can kind of stem the tide and get your bats back going.
That's exactly right. And look, we still got to put runs on the board to win.
That's right.
We weren't going to win this game scoreless. So knowing that we're having a little trouble right here pitching, and it seems to me that Lamar is picking up on his pitches now, I think it's a good idea to go ahead and get him pulled and bring somebody in with a little more velocity.
Yeah, and we talk about it off air. One time through the lineup, typically we're okay. 2 times, if we can get through the whole thing, hey, great. And we get to the 5th inning. But solid, good hitters at the high school level, seasoned hitters. Once they see a couple of those pitches through the lineup and they get another opportunity,
right?
If you're a good hitter,
they time it up. And
that's right. You're going to get good swings on you're going to get good swings on the baseball.
Well, and I think Braxton had a little bit of trouble finding locating that curveball tonight.
Yeah, he did.
And
typically he locates that really well.
And part of what makes him so successful is he has to locate that early in his count. I mean, you've talked about that. He has to locate that early in his count, or else they're going to tee off on that fastball.
Right. And again, Braxton is a bulldog up there, and look, he's going to be an absolute monster, and is a really good pitcher, even that young. Just the way he works his pitches and works the zone. But the book closes on him tonight. Kennedy and he Baldwin. Those 2 runners on are his. Kennedy inherits those 2 runners. See if we can get out of this thing. No outs here. And well hit. Duncan's got a beat on it. Good job by Duncan. That probably will get a run in, and it will.
He's telling you 3.
And sack fly.
Well, at least we get the out. We knew we had some guys out there that
Coming to the plate for the Raiders, number 9, Hemp.
were lingering on the bases, but honestly, I don't mind the out right now.
Yeah, we need outs for sure.
78 miles per hour.
Right there, as I meet my Snicker bar, as every fielder, you got to know, hey, look, I would, the runner at third probably going to score anything that's not right at us that we can get under and get our momentum going to the plate. Let's try to keep that runner from advancing second to third.
Right.
And right there.
Save a bag. Save 90 feet,
Yeah, because if you got 1 out and they had it looked like a safety squeeze on, maybe even a squeeze. Couldn't see if he went nonstop. Yeah, suicide squeeze there. My vantage point up here I'm not able to see the third base bag and anything that goes on with it. So
74 miles per hour.
little slider hangs inside for a ball, 2-2. But right there, Drew, what I was saying, that fly ball, you keep the runner at second. Now you're back even with the outs and the bases.
You're exactly right.
And so, but really good job to get the strikeout, and now we're back to where it's not a given that he's going to score
right
with just a ground ball out. And I always look at, we want to stay within 4 because if you're 4 or less, one swing of the bat can tie the ball game.
Right.
So if we can hold it here and just chip away, maybe get a big hit or 2.
Well, we just need a strong outing this next inning. Hard hit ball. Well, let's see where.
It should be okay. Popped up to second. Bat broke.
You don't see too many BB cores break.
Nope. Bat broken.
But we get out of it nonetheless. That's interesting. I mean, he broke the handle. I really –
Don't see that very often with the metal bat.
you really don't. I'd be sending that back to Louisville Slugger for a warranty check.
Well, we'll take a quick break. Raiders strike first here. Put up a big number. 4-0 going into the bottom of the second. Cougars bats got to get going.
We would like to thank Landry Adcock and Landmark Surveying for continuing to be an unwavering supporter of SCA Cougar football and SCA Cougar Livestream. Go Cougars!
This is Chris Curley of Main Street Realty. We would like to thank our customers for the support over the last 17 years as we've served you. We now have locations in Richland as well as McGee, serving a 5-county area. We have a team of experienced agents here to help you with all your real estate needs. We can be reached at our McGee office at 6.
Leading off for the Cougars in the bottom of the third, number 15, Bryce Williams.
Williams up, been swinging a hot stick lately. And look, senior gritty ball player, would love for him to get something started here.
Absolutely. Went 2 for 3 last night.
Ball outside. We need base runners any way we can get them. Bottom third.
M&Ms were good, Josh.
Not pickly.
No, they weren't pickly at all.
Ball popped up to center. Mayette under it for the first out of the inning.
Solid, just milk chocolate M&Ms. They were on point.
Well, they were in a different bucket than the peanut M&Ms. I'm about to
Oh, that may be.
venture into the peanut
I was
M&M.
gonna say you might have to. You might have a different rating.
McKinney.
Freshman.
Here we go. Brady McKinney up.
Righty. McKinney. Brady McKinney. Curveball here for a strike. Been playing a lot since Smith Gage's injury last week, and been acclimating himself pretty well. You can tell he's
steadily getting better. He's getting more. Every at bat seems to be a little more comfortable.
And we talk about Brady, because we have coached hard hit to second, and curveball there gets him out. We've coached him, and he's a good hitter. He really is. If he can keep his head locked into what he's doing, he's a really good hitter. So, but that brings up Walker. I'd love for Cade to get on to bring Duncan up and get our lineup back going. Maybe find a way to get Barrett up with some runners in scoring position, even runners on base the way he's been hitting.
Right.
Walker, Colin signee. And ball hit sharply down the right field line, foul. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ball out, 2 balls and a strike here. Would love for Walker to get rolling right here with a base hit, walk, something to get us going. Ball outside, 3-1. Beautiful day for baseball here. Wind blowing in. And
It's going to get down.
ball down for a line drive, base hit to right. And that might be just what we need to get going. Gets our leadoff hitter back up, Duncan.
Coming to the plate for the Cougars, number 1.
Oh, you good.
Duncan.
Duncan, excellent baseball player. Been a starter here for a couple of years. One of our most consistent hitters in the lineup all year long. Not only does he hit it well, he runs really well.
Excellent base runner.
Really love to see him get a base hit here and keep this thing rolling. Foul ball down left field line. Peanut, I know you like them. Reed steps off. Didn't like what we saw. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs here in the third. Walker on first after the after the 2-out single. Pretty good crowd here tonight for the Cougars. They know how big of a deal this game is. Came out to support them. You love to see that. Oh, ball's inside. Kind of hung up. Mike could have taken that off the elbow, but thought he could handle it and fouls it off. 1 ball, 2 strikes here. A huge at-bat for the Cougars. We'd really love to get McKinney up in this inning with some runners on. And curveball gets him, and that'll retire the Cougars in the third. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. Raiders 4, Cougars 0 after 3 innings of play. We'll return after these quick messages from our sponsors.
01849-3226 and in our Richland office at 601-326-3030. We look forward to the opportunity to serve you.
Family owned and family run, Zip's Restaurant has been providing McGee with great food, including the Zip Burger and special sauce, for over 50 years. And we are proud to have them as a sponsor for SEA Cougar football. Call Anthony Smith and 49 Service Center at 601-847-6700 for all of your automotive needs, and they will get you situated. They have been a proud supporter of Cougar Athletics and Cougar Live Stream. Go Cougars. Come see Dr. Frank Wade at 149 Pediatric in McGee for all of your health care needs. Dr. Wade has been supporting the McGee community for over 35 years, and he has been an unwavering supporter of the SEA Cougar football program and the SEA Cougar live stream. Go Cougars. Come see Dylan Sanford and all the wonderful people at Assured Partners in McGee, handling home, auto, life for you and your family. Not that it matters, I can.
No.
And we're back. 4-0, top 4.
Yep.
Leading off for the Raiders, number 8, Nate Lee.
So the book closed on Baldwin. 4 runs, 2+ innings. And hopefully we can get a few runs and get that loss off of him. Foul ball off the leg. So good job by Kennedy to get out of that last inning and also start off this inning 0-2.
Ball out. Ooh.
Oh, great pitch
Great
right
pitch.
there. Yeah,
Great pitch.
absolutely.
I think that was on our catcher just as much, too. Excellent location, but I think Chase did a really good job right there. Holding firm, not getting pulled out of the zone to get that strike 3 called.
Great job there by Kennedy and Adcock. 1 down here in the 4th inning. Lancaster up. That'll be a strike. Kennedy working ahead, working efficiently here.
That's right. He's thrown 12 right now, 10 of which have been a strike. So being aggressive, going right at him.
and he's 81 there. He's touched 84 tonight, so he's between 81 and 84 miles an hour. Touched 85 the other night, maybe even 86 when he came in. So can run it up there pretty good. It's kind of cooled off a little bit, and just a bit down.
No. You're a professional.
I haven't got paid for it. Count is right, too. Okay. One out, yes.
75 miles.
Fouled out of play.
Hard hit ball just into our right field lounge, though.
Nobody saw it either.
Nope. The sun's still glaring into the students' faces over there. They would have been very surprised by that.
71 miles per hour.
3-2 with one out.
Need to get this guy out. What is it? This is a 9-hole hitter or 8-hole? Yeah, 9-hole hitter, Lancaster.
This is their 9-hole guy.
3-2.
Really want to get him out there. I don't,
And look, he's done a good job this series of getting on base. Every time.
Yeah, he does.
Every time I feel like, oh, good, it's the 9-hole hitter. He finds his way on, whether he gets hit, he walks, gets a little chink base hit.
Right.
We got to find a way
Finds
to
his
get
way
this
on.
cat out. Yeah.
And that's really what you want in a 9-hole guy. You want a guy that's kind of speedy, just finds a way on.
Spoils pitches, and he's done a good job. You got to give him credit. Hopefully Ben can come back and get him here. Win this at bat. 3-2, one out here in the top of the fourth.
Yes.
Got him. Really good job right there by
Kind
Kennedy.
of froze him up right there. Looked like it was right down the middle, but it must have had something on there that batter did not like, and it just absolutely froze him up.
And we got a substitution. I didn't see this. You might have said this earlier. Colt Walker in for Braden Allen at second base.
No, I did not.
And ground ball, fair ball. Oh, we called that foul. Ooh. That looked fair, but called it foul there. So no balls and a strike. And tried to bunt it down the third baseline.
Also got Hayes in at third.
Yeah, Hayes at third. Hayes Algie at third.
Great job.
Thank you. I appreciate that. It took me three thoughts in my head before I said it
Before
right.
he said it.
No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here.
75 miles.
Oh, just missed on the
Excellent
backdoor
pitch.
slider. Oh, that looked like a strike. Man, good pitch right there.
It must have been a touch low because it looked like it was definitely in the zone.
Yeah, could have been low. That's right. Could have been low. Yeah. 1 ball, 2 strikes here to Wiggins. And foul ball down the left field line. Wynn Dunn making an appearance. Getting new baseballs to Blue.
Yep.
Does everything hard-nosed. Ran out there tough. Gave it to him very, very smoothly.
Doing what he's supposed to.
Ball outside, 2-2.
We weren't on air. We got to give Wyndham some props. We weren't on air when he got his first varsity appearance on the mound at East Rankin. And, 3 pitches, 3 outs, man. It was just
That's as good as you can do it.
about as good as you can get right there.
That's it. A young 9th grader, too, a young freshman.
Yeah.
And
lefty.
Not afraid of the moment.
Right. Has a little changeup that Coach Case really likes to see. Says when he locates that thing, it's really, really tough to barrel up.
And this is a battle here.
Yeah.
Wiggins has done a good job spoiling some pitches. Got it back to 2-2. Kennedy's making quality pitches. And honestly, he's been making quality pitches since he's been in.
Right. This is going to be like the 8th pitch of the at bat.
83 miles per hour.
Wiggins an East Mississippi commit, so he'll be playing at the next level.
Right. Josh, what's the most
Pitches in and about.
at bat?
I think like 19 maybe.
I think it's
Somewhere
either
around there.
high teens or maybe even 20, 21, something like that. It's
Yeah, I
an insane
can't-
amount.
Yeah.
I mean,
And that's going to loop in. Walker runs in and makes a play.
phenomenal at bat. You know, that 10 pitch at bat right there. Even though he got out, he did log some pitches on Ben there.
Hey, really good job, though, retiring the side and keeps them at bay. Let's get some runs.
50 years, and they are a proud supporter of Simpson Cougar football. We would like to thank Landry Adcock and Landmark Surveying for continuing to be an unwavering supporter of SCA Cougar football and SCA Cougar Livestream. Go Cougars!
This is Chris Curley of Main Street Realty. We would like to thank our customers for the support over the last 17 years as we've served you. We now have locations in Richland as well as McGee, serving a 5-county area. We have a team of experienced agents here to help you with all your real estate needs. We can be reached at our McGee office at 601-849.
And we're back, McKinney up.
Leading off
And
the
look,
Cougars in the bottom of the fourth.
To be honest with you, we got to get some runs here. Barrett, Ben, Chase.
Right. Yeah, we're getting to the heart of our
Yeah.
hitters here.
I feel like if we are going to have an opportunity to win this ball game, we've got to scratch at least 1 or 2 on the board right
we've
here.
We've got to get something out of this inning.
No balls and a strike.
83 miles per hour.
First fastball on an 0-0 count to McKinney that I have seen, that I can remember seeing, that we've been on the air for. 1 ball, 1 strike.
72
And
miles per hour.
jammed him with the little curveball there, and third baseman gets the line out, the soft line out to third.
Cougars, number 9.
And look,
And Kennedy.
on that one, Barrett probably kicking himself because his weight looked good, hands stayed back, just didn't quite get to the ball in time.
Right.
Looked like he was on that curve.
84 miles per hour.
And that'll be a strike. Reed's touched 84. That's as hard as he's thrown all night. 84, 84, 83, the last 3 fastballs. He has not been in – he hadn't thrown 183 all night long. So a little bit more velocity. Diving play by the third baseman. Gets up, and really good play there by Lamar's third baseman. Diving to his glove side.
Yeah, robbed a base hit right there because it was going to get through, and just like you said, diving play out there, was able to get up, set his feet, and make a good throw.
For the Cougars, number 12.
So Chase Adcock up. Hendricks McGee on deck. You'd love for Chase to catch one and get us a run on the board
Get
here.
us going, just get us started, you know.
76 miles per hour.
And we have just, how many hits do we have tonight?
I only see one on Game Changer.
They done changed it then. K got to hit the right, so he wants to make chases in the middle.
And ball up the middle. Good job by the second baseman. Throw offline, and that'll get Chase.
We'll get it stay. We'll take that.
That'll get Chase on for the second time tonight. So as we wait on that one's probably a hit, I would think. But
I think I would probably score that a hit. I mean, he was going to be he was real deep in the hole right there.
yeah, it was close, but that's probably, and look, that could have been an error as well. So
Easily. I mean,
yeah,
you can go either way on that.
either
I mean,
we're
obviously the
one
throw
hit
was
or
not,
two hits
Yeah.
tonight.
that was
Reed,
offline either way. So
yeah, Reed, the pinch runner over there, got some speed. I mean, not, probably not looking to run or do anything until unless he gets a good read on something in the dirt. Snap throw behind him, nothing there. Hendricks McGee up to hit.
would love for him to get a hold of one right now. Wind died down. Let him get a piece of one.
And pass ball. McGee's got to take that one right there. He's got to take that one and get on. I think he got offended by that inside. I don't know if he knows Reed or they have some type of, but I find it hard to believe that was intentional there.
Right.
2-1.
I mean, I'm sure they have played against each other just as much as some of these
Right.
other guys have. But like you said, I've never thought of Sully being like
Curveball.
somebody or anything like that. So
Yep, curveball there, 2-2. We'd love for him. Really need Hendricks to get a base hit here. Good read by Reed out there. And curveball gets him to retire the Cougars in the bottom of the fourth. So Cougars, no runs, one hit, no errors, one man left on base. As we go to the fifth inning, we're running out of chances here in Mendenhall. 4-0 Lamar will return after these messages.
3226, and in our Richland office at 601-326-3030. We look forward to the opportunity to serve you.
Family owned and family run, Zip's Restaurant has been providing McGee with great food, including the Zip Burger and special sauce, for over 50 years. And we are proud to have them as a sponsor for SEA Cougar football. Call Anthony Smith and 49 Service Center at 601-847-6700 for all of your automotive needs, and they will get you situated. They have been a proud supporter of Cougar Athletics and Cougar Live Stream. Go Cougars. Come see Dr. Frank Wade at 149 Pediatric in McGee for all of your health care needs. Dr. Wade has been supporting the McGee community for over 35 years, and he has been an unwavering supporter of the SEA Cougar football program and the SEA Cougar.
Sullivan, Reed.
And we're back. The heart of their lineup coming up. If we can get out of this one, give ourselves an opportunity to scratch and claw and get back in it. We just got to find a way to get base runners on with nobody out and then manufacture a few runs. And tried to push a bunt for a base hit there and missed it.
Josh, if you wanted to kind of see it's a little older, but you could see some of the stats from the other, I think it's from not the last game, but maybe the game before.
Base hit to right.
Should give you a pretty good idea.
Base hit to right for Reed. Yeah, and we're looking at some of the averages, and obviously we've talked about this. Averages don't tell the whole story, and all we have is batting averages. And we talked about this a few weeks back. I like the better stat for me is OPS, on base percentage, but this does tell a little bit of the story. And our team batting average before last night, was sub 270, and you take out Gage, who's 6'11",
Right.
and you're talking about and I think the guys would tell you we got too many good hitters to be hitting that low.
100. I agree 100%.
So and Landry up here made the point. I mean, we had 15 hits last night against a better starter, and we're with one hit, but that's why they play the game. And we still got a few more opportunities to scratch and claw and get some runs here. Pinch runner for Reed. Whitcomb up. And fouled off again. 0 balls, 2 strikes to the hitter. Ball outside. Oh, we got him. Great job
Chase.
by Adcox. Great job by Bryce to get the tag down and just got a little bit sloppy on that secondary lead and got him. Really good job.
Well, like we said earlier, Chase, he is aggressive. He protects those bags. If you're a base runner against Chase, you've really got to stay on your toes, and you really got to do it correctly because he will get after you.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Playing infield pretty much my whole life. I loved an aggressive catcher. I loved the back pick if I wasn't holding at first, and typically get that runners at first and second. You typically don't have somebody that loose when nobody's on but him. But
Right.
Really, really good job right there to recognize it and get that out. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Good pitch.
Ooh, set up just a little off, hit it, but he was set up a few inches off the plate there. So 3 balls, 2 strikes to the hitter. I just missed down. So walk there for Lamar.
Now batting for the Raiders, number 18, Ty Harrington.
Now it shows you kind of how important that back pick was. Since instead it would
there's
be,
no doubt.
Runner in scoring position with no outs. We instead have a runner at first with 1. Foul back for strike 1. Base runner is leaning a little bit. He doesn't look quite comfortable out there. Chase may be peeking in and checking on him.
Harrington up. No balls and a strike.
Josh, you look at this guy, he's kind of leaning towards the bag. I've never been a fan of base runners leaning towards that bag. I just feel like you can't get a good jump. You can't get a good read when you're doing that.
Timeout by the hitter. Quick pick to first. and popped up. Duncan's calling it off. Good job right there. And that will retire the second out for the Raiders. So 2 outs here in the top of the 5th.
Coming to the plate for the Raiders, number 4, Luke Brady.
Ball in.
I like that spot, honestly. I feel like we don't do that enough as a pitching staff. Come inside a little bit. Now, I think he might have actually missed his mark just a little bit, but I like it. I like going inside, trying to attack inside a little bit, especially when somebody like, Ben who can hit 84, 85,
1 ball, 1 strike after the strike on the outside corner there. Ball out.
Brady, the 5-hole hitter, he's 1 for 1 for the night.
Ball popped, can of corn out there to Duncan. He rests under it and
no harm, no foul.
That's right. So Cougars out of the 5th, no runs. We'll now go to the bottom of the 5th, trying to get some runs. 4-0 Lamar.
Live stream. Go Cougars. Come see Dylan Sanford and all the wonderful people at Assured Partners in McGee, handling home, auto, life for you and your family for over 50 years. And they are a proud supporter of Simpson Cougar football. We would like to thank Landry Adcock and Landmark Surveying for continuing to be an unwavering supporter of SCA Cougar football and SCA Cougar live stream. Go Cougars.
This is Chris Curley of Main Street Realty. We would like to thank our customers for the support over the last 17 years as we've served you. We now have locations in Richland as well as McGee, serving a 5-county area.
Bottom of the 5th for the Cougars.
2 strikeouts.
Number 8, Cole Walker.
So Colt Walker in, hitting for Braden Allen, and a rare at bat from Colt. He in the high school game. He normally
Gets DH for.
gets DH for. That's correct, but because he's entered the game for Allen, he'll hit for Allen.
Well, it gives him an opportunity.
Yeah, he's a great baseball player. So I expect him to have a very high quality at bat and find his way on base.
Sullivan up to 53, now 54 pitches.
Man, that just doesn't seem like a lot.
It's not.
Well,
kind of put it in comparison. We were floating around, I think, 45 pitches with Braxton at the start of the 3rd.
Yeah. 2-2.
Way to lay off that right there, Colt. as Coach Case would say, ambush it right here.
And ball flied out. Canna corn to center. And Walker will be retired for the first out for the Cougars. Up next, Bryce Williams.
Back for the Cougars, number 15, Bryce Williams.
Bryce, again, been swinging a hot stick. 2 for 3 last night, 0 for 1 tonight.
Right.
Fly out to center.
You know, and again, that's not a good sign. We're now in the bottom of the fifth, and we're just
Right.
now getting back to Bryce.
Right. Curveball misses. Ball 1. Fastball inside corner. Swung through. And ground ball up the middle. Shortstop boots it, and that'll go down as an E6. Gets us on base, though. Maybe we can take advantage of that miscue by the Raiders. McKinney up here. And honestly, I trust Brady.
I do too, and you know I'm thinking, and there he is. He's going to go ahead and pinch run right here for Bryce late in the game like this. I think it's a good idea.
McKinney.
Yep, Waldrop out the pinch run has done that all year. All of our courtesy and pinch runners have done a better job in the second half of the year than the first half of the year. I was scared to death anytime we courtesy ran or pinch ran early in the year, but they have, you can tell they've gotten better situationally, been ready to come out and do what they need to do. And
Just more engaged in the game, too.
that's right, and done a much better job. So I anticipate Aiden to do a good job out there. Got good speed, and so I would imagine Cone would come in next inning and play first. I'm not sure. Landry and you and me were talking last night about substitutions. I'm so out of it.
They can bring Bryce
Okay,
back.
so they can bring Bryce back.
Yeah, they
say
can bring
that
Bryce
5 times fast. Bring Bryce back. Bring Bryce back. That's tough.
You know, you talking about Barrett getting pitched backwards. That's actually the second time tonight that I've seen Sully lead off Brady with a curveball.
And because he's familiar with Brady.
Yeah.
You know, they're the same age. Brady's always been a really good player coming up. And so there's some familiarity. Obviously, he's probably getting pitches from the coach. But 0-2 here. And high chopper to third. Force out at second. So that'll go down as a fielder's choice for McKinney. And really good job by Reed there. Good pitch sequence, good execution, and really had Brady kind of on his heels that whole at bat. Coach Case coming out to talk to the field umpire. Not exactly sure what he's talking to him about.
They're trying to say he missed the bag with his foot.
Okay, so
The double play didn't stay on the
Coach Case saying that he was not on the bag on the double play attempt, but now
Coming to the plate for the Cougars, number 4, Cade Walker.
Walker up 1 for 1, line drive, base hit, our only hit of the game so far. Ball outside, is that correct? Our only hit of the game so far?
Yes.
And again, we're sitting here 2 outs. Would love for Walker and Duncan to get on to give Barrett an opportunity to get up in this inning. Pick to first. And jam shot to second. Easily retired for the third out, and to end the 5th inning. Going into the 6th, 4-0 Lamar. Cougars have got to wake the bats up with 6 outs to go. We'll return after this quick break from our sponsors.
We have a team of experienced agents here to help you with all your real estate needs. We can be reached at our McGee office at 601-849-3226 and in our Richland office at 601-326-3030. We look forward to the opportunity to serve you.
Family owned and family run, Zips Restaurant has been providing McGee with great food, including the Zip Burger and special sauce, for over 50 years. And we are proud to have them as a sponsor for SEA Cougar football. Call Anthony Smith and 49 Service Center at 601-847-6700 for all of your automotive needs, and they will get you situated. They have been a proud supporter of Cougar Athletics and Cougar Live Stream. Go Cougars! Come see Dr. Frank Wade at 149 Pediatric in McGee for all of your health care needs. Dr. Wade has been supporting the McGee community for over 35 years, and he has been an unwavering supporter of the SEA Cougar football program and the SEA Cougar live stream. Go Cougars! Come see Dylan Sanford and all the wonderful people.
Raiders. Number 9, Ham, Orella.
And we're back. Perala up. Top 6 for the Cougars. Cougars running out of chances here. 2 innings to go.
Never did get my hot dog.
I think that needs to be a middle of the 6th
Middle of the 6th event.
That's right.
75 miles per
Good pitch.
Strike. And Kennedy has done a great job of coming in and relieving the Cougars here. He has really and you know, right there, a rule of thumb is real simple. If the ball's moving, use your glove. If it's dead, use your hand. And right there, if he uses his glove, maybe he didn't think he could get him out. But I would tell Barrett, hey, you got a great arm. Like, you know, field it
fundamentally clean
and use the arm.
Yeah, use your
Yeah. But a tough play, nevertheless, a little jam shot.
It was going to be tough.
Yeah, tough play.
regardless.
And
Popped up.
to short.
Now batting for the Raiders, number 8, Nate Lee. Double play right here.
So that'll be 1 out here in the 6th.
Should be 2.
Good pitch.
Nice pitch by Ben. And again, can't underscore how good Ben has been tonight. He came in, runners at 2nd and 3rd in that 3rd inning, and only gave up with nobody out. Only gave up 1 run, got out of that inning, and has been flawless since then. Ball outside. Look like a little change or something. Ball outside again. So that'll run the count to 2 balls and a strike. You know, you go back and now us down 4-0 here in the top 6, and You just wonder if we didn't. And one gets away from him inside and hits the batter. So going to move runners to first and second, one out. But back to my thought here, you look at the way this game's going, and you just wonder to yourself, man, could we have closed that game one out and sealed this thing up?
Right.
Instead of letting it go to this third game of this series.
Right.
And Coach Case coming out to talk to Ben. Looks like he's going to make a change. And looks like McGee's coming in to pitch. And good job by Kennedy, though. 2 innings and a third.
New pitcher for the Cougars will be number 18.
Responsible for the runners at first and second. But McGee, strong sophomore, got a live arm. Has not pitched a ton this year, but when he does pitch, does a good job with it. We'll take a quick break and return after these sponsors when we return to the action.
Partners in McGee, handling home, auto, life for you and your family for over 50 years. And they are a proud supporter of Simpson Cougar football. We would like to thank Landry Adcock and Landmark Surveying for continuing to be an unwavering supporter of SCA Cougar football and SCA Cougar Livestream. Go Cougars!
This is Chris Curley of Main Street Realty. We would like to thank our customers for the support over the last 17 years as we've served you. We now have locations in Richland as well as McGee, serving a 5-county area. We have a team of experienced agents here to help you with all your real estate needs. We can be reached at our McGee office at 601-849-3226 and in our Richland office at 601-326-3030. We look forward to the opportunity to serve you.
And we're back. Little Avicii and Alo Black playing in the background. Really high quality song from the mid-2010s.
It's a great song. I had no idea who this was, though.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah.
Who'd you say it was?
Alo Black and Avicii.
Alo Black and Avicii.
No, I knew that.
I didn't know that. I don't even know who that is now that you say that.
Avicii is Levels, you know that song?
I'm guessing that I don't.
Yeah, you do. I'll tell you. He ended up, well, he's not here anymore. Here, look.
Put it back in the mic. I can only hear it. Put it in the mic. Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that one.
Yeah, and
but that's one of those songs that I don't know the artist, though. I mean, it's just you like it, you hear it.
Well, I used to like this show on HBO. It was, I can't remember the name of it. Ground ball to second. Good job by Walker. 1 out, 2 outs right there.
Excellent job, double play.
4-6-3. Good job by McKinney to turn it and Williams to pick it over there. and that gets us out of the inning. 1 pitch, 2 outs. Good job by McGee to execute. Drew, how about this? Let's get the bats rolling a little bit.
You know, and for as poorly as we have played offensively,
This is
we
a
are
good
still
one.
within the reach.
I agree.
Very much within reach. Oh yeah.
Landry playing his banger of the baseball
Landry
night.
gets us going with this one.
Maybe it'll wake the bats up.
Yeah.
You know, I was always told, put the bats in hot water.
Something.
Somebody go get some hot water and stick the barrels in the hot water.
What was that? That was, I don't know if that was a scandal or if that was just something some college teams used to do. They would heat their bats up, like literally heat their bats up.
Well, it's old. It's been known. The hotter the bats, the hotter the temperature, the hotter the bats are. So
is that like you think like maybe the flex in the metal or composite that
I don't
jump
know.
a little bit more, or is it just a mental thing?
No, I think it.
You think it helps?
Yeah, I think it thins up the metal in some way, and then, well, back in the day at least. I don't know about these bats they're using now. It's
a little
about
more
as-
trampoline effect, if you will.
That's it.
Let's see what old Sullivan Reed is up to now.
We got the top of the lineup.
He's been pretty efficient. Let's see. Sully is sitting at 65 pitches.
Leading off for the Cougars in the bottom of the 6th, number 1, Braden Duncan.
All right, Dunk, get us going, man.
We don't do anything. Now's the time.
This is it right here. Go time.
Top of our lineup here, bottom 6. And maybe that gets down. That's going to be close. Right fielder dives and makes the catch. Sliding catch there on a looping pop-up.
Yeah, just a little too much air under it.
Yep, so that retires Duncan.
Gave him time to get under it, but
And, you know, Duncan is kind of the catalyst without Gage. He's the catalyst that kind of makes things happen, and he's 0 for 3 tonight. And
well, it's the 2016 Cubs, Dexter Fowler. You go, we go.
That's it.
And that
With
is typically the thing with your leadoff guy. You know,
that's why he's there typically. But
they set the tone early.
it's no different in our lineup here. You know, we're both like the Cubs and remember that team very, very fondly. First championship team since 1908.
Right.
And probably won't be another one until 2908.
Yeah. It doesn't look like it's going to happen anytime soon.
And
But that's all right. I can still remember that night, Game 7.
Reed tried to juice that one up and threw it 55 feet.
Right.
2-1. Curveball, and McKinney fouls it back. So 2-2. I mean, this is a big at bat, big inning right here with our guys.
Big at bat, big inning,
and well hit. Good job by the shortstop to get up and get it. McKinney beats it out, so that'll be our second hit of the game. Good hustle down there by Barrett to leg that out for an infield single.
maybe that'll get us going here.
Yeah, hey, look, it only takes a spark a lot of times, and maybe that was the spark.
That's right. You know, baseball's a funny thing. You can be flat. You can, look like you're just completely out of the game, and then just one or two little things can just totally turn the momentum around.
Well said. Kennedy up. Quick pick to first, throws it away, and McKinney will advance to second.
I think, I don't know, Sully may have got a little anxious there. Barrett was still just kind of working on his slide and mid. Wasn't really a threat there. Maybe he thought he could catch him napping, but I'm glad he threw it away, and now we got a runner in scoring position with one out.
And we need at least a run to cross the plate this inning.
Right.
And really more than one. But I'm glad for – how many times have we had somebody in scoring position tonight? Doesn't seem like very much.
This is maybe the second time?
Yeah.
I think it may be the second time.
That's right. Yeah, so the second time. That's right.
But, not only just in this inning, but we need to get our order around. We need to get back to our guys. So, yes, we need to score, but also we need to work Sully here. We need to get some base runners on, move the order, so we can be competitive in the bottom of the seventh.
And Kennedy, just off the cap, get down. And a catch and dive from the left fielder. I repeat, a catch and then dive from the left fielder. So made it look good. Trying to impress his honey out there, but he secures the second out of the inning.
We've had a couple of those that just seem to kind of hang
Yes.
in the air.
You'd love for that one to get down. I mean, you think about Duncan's in this inning and now Ben's, very easily could have been 2 hits and in business. Chase Adcock up, been on base twice tonight. And curveball for a strike. Reached on an error safely twice tonight and would really love to find a way to drive that run home. Chase has been hitting the baseball well over the last couple of weeks and clutch at bat last night, 7-6 and 8-6, and drove in that 9th run, which proved to be much needed, that 8th and 9th run last night.
Right. Well, we talked about how, bats keep our pitchers, kind of in the game when we don't have velocity. Lively bats help us keep up with it. So, that's the recipe for tonight. Same thing. Got to have some bats going.
Yeah, I'd love a 2-run shot here. I mean,
100%.
Would love it.
Maybe give him a little hanger and he can go touch that scoreboard. Oh,
and,
it just missed it.
Yep, got him with the slider, and that retires the Cougars in the 6th. We do get a hit, leave the runner stranded, and heading into the top of the 7th, Lamar 4, Simpson nothing. We'll return right after these messages from our sponsors.
Family owned and family run, Zips Restaurant has been providing McGee with great food, including the Zip Burger and special sauce, for over 50 years. And we are proud to have them as a sponsor for SEA Cougar football. Call Anthony Smith and 49 Service Center at 601-847-6700 for all of your automotive needs, and they will get you situated. They have been a proud supporter of Cougar Athletics and Cougar Live Stream. Go Cougars.
Say both those. And we're back. Tim McMillan up here made a great point. We have only been shut out this year one time prior, the Oak Forest game way back when, spring break. So over a month ago, one of our very first games with all of our players, all of our basketball team. So we have not been this inept offensively,
right?
Honestly, all year. And
right.
I would argue that this pitcher is not the caliber of the Oak Forest pitcher.
Absolutely not.
You got the kid, the Oak Forest kid. I'm not even going to try to pronounce his last name, but Logan is his first name. He was 92, 93 that whole game. Reed has been 81 to 84.
82. But look, give credit to Reed.
Absolutely.
He's kept us off balance with some of his pitches, but definitely not giving us anything that we couldn't handle.
I agree. We're in danger here of dropping this series and dropping into second place in the district. Ground ball. Walker with a great play. Can he get him? Man, what a play by Walker and Williams to retire the Raider. Man, that was probably the best defensive play. That's definitely the best defensive play I've seen all year.
Yeah, that was phenomenal.
Walker, outstretched glove side. And look, I'll tell you, we've been talking about Walker's glove all year. He's just an incredible defensive player.
He really is.
And then look, Bryce with an outstanding stretch and pick.
Yep.
To retire that hitter.
Right.
And good point. He did not run straight through. He thought it was a base hit, so he was rounding to make the turn, and it probably cost him a single. But, man, excellent play by the right side of our infield, both of them. Ball outside, and Hendricks doing a good job working the count early. Has only thrown 2 pitches. That was his third. And slider gets Reed chasing, 1-1. Another good pitch, slider for a strike. 1-2. Oh, another slider. Might want to check him here just to see. And he didn't go after the check.
He's standing in the right place to call it.
Mm-hmm.
Randy must get out there.
With nobody on?
No, it was somebody on. He checked 2 swings that night.
2-2 here. A dose of sliders for Reed. And another slider misses. And ran it up to 85 miles an hour, Hendricks. And Reed just fouled it back. Steps off, didn't like what he got. And fouls it off again, spoils 85-mile-an-hour fastball.
Yes.
And just missed a bit up right there, so going to walk him, but a good battle right there. Witt comes up.
Now, Betty, remember for Rick Jackson, Whitcomb. Courtesy runner, number 21, Kipton Ware.
You got it all.
So Kipton Ware comes in to bat tonight, lefty, with a runner at first with 1 out. Here's the delivery. 81 up and away for ball 1. Love to see a double play right here. Oh, hard hit ball down the right field line. That's going to put a runner at third and at second for a stand-up double. So Lamar with their pinch hitter right there, it pays off. We got a stand-up double. Well, now we got runners at second and third with one out.
Now batting number 18, Ty Harrington.
So Ty Harrington's up to the plate. He's 1 for 3 tonight. Dangerous 4-hole hitter. Excellent curve ball for strike one. Hard hit ball, but foul. So 0-2. Here's the delivery. Up and in. Calls a hit on his arm. So now the bases are juiced now with one out.
Now batting for the Raiders, number 4, Luke Brady.
But we had a bag free anyway. First base was open. No harm, no foul. Still kind of creates force in any bag here. Trying to limit the damage so the Cougars can stay in this game in the 7th. Breaking pitch must have missed low for ball one. So the count's 1-1 with one out. Good breaking pitch right there to locate for strike two on Brady. I would love some kind of sweeping away, something to chase. Right here. Looks like Chase does too. He's posting outside here. There, fouled it off. I think Hendricks must have missed inside right there because Chase was really sitting outside on that.
1-2, one out, bases loaded. McGee trying to work out of this jam. Corners in.
Got him on looking on strike three right there. Kind of awkward exchange. I really didn't know what happened. I thought I actually might have hit him.
Yeah.
But we got called strike three. So 2 outs now.
Now batting for the Raiders, number 9, Ham Harala.
So Arala up, 2 down. Really got to get out of this inning unscathed to give ourselves a decent opportunity.
Yep,
Good job.
Locates right there.
Yep, slider for a strike. Or a curveball. It kind of looks more like a curveball.
I think it's a curve. It does have a little slide to it, but I think it's actually his curve. I'm not fouled out down right field line.
No balls, 2 strikes here after the foul down the right field line. Not a bad spot, low and away.
Low and away, good pitch to get a swing and a miss on right there. Yeah, I would bust him up and in if we knew we could locate right here with that 85-mile-an-hour fastball.
And a little bit of a slider, really good pitch right there.
Yeah, that one slid, if you will, a little bit better, a little more than that previous one. Ball in the dirt, pass ball. They're going to go
They're
for
coming.
it. Oh,
And, now we're – okay. 1 run in. It went by Hendricks and rolled out to short, and nobody was there. Luckily, Kennedy bounced off and got it. So that takes the lead. Lamar 5, Cougars nothing. It's getting late here for this ball game. Got to get out of this inning here. No more runs. And ball just a little up.
Crowd wanted that one.
The Raider hitter has worked the count back to full. Just enough to keep alive. Really good piece of hitting right there. Just not a whole lot for the Cougar faithful to get excited about tonight. Just a tough game so far.
Yeah, really hadn't threatened a whole lot. Just,
nope.
Hadn't had any kind of momentum or, any kind of continuity in hitting. So, like you said, just not a lot to hang our hats on right now.
And most of the time we can point, and
Yes.
good job by McGee to retire the Raider on a swing and miss. And, we typically have things that we can discuss about why we're not winning or why we're not playing to the level we feel like we need to. But tonight, we just have not give Reed credit. He's done a good job keeping us off balance, and we just hadn't had a lot of opportunity to put pressure on them.
Well, early in the game, or at the start of the game, we talked about 2 kind of keys to win this, and one is, we needed to get into their bullpen. Well, their starter is still on the mound right now, and that is, that's difficult because I don't think their bullpen was that deep.
Right.
I was not really that impressed with their bullpen. The starters are great, phenomenal starters. And 2, keep beating that dead horse. Got to hit. And we just couldn't really string anything together. So we got one more opportunity, 3 outs. Let's make some hay right here and try to get back in this game.
Well said again. I think you're exactly right. We just, the great thing about baseball is there's no time limit.
That's right.
You got to get us out 21 times. And they've done it 18, but who's to say these last 3
can all change it. One.
That's
swing
right.
of the bat, one pitch.
One mishap, one rock didn't get knocked out like we needed to on the infield dirt, and it hits it and bounces it a different way. I mean, we've seen a lot stranger things happen than not overcoming a 5-run lead in 1 inning.
We have scored 5 runs plenty of times in an inning.
Oh, yeah.
So we are certainly capable of that. And I still think we can hit Sully.
Absolutely. I think we need to piece together quality at bats here, and I know I would probably be, taken till we get a strike. try to get some base runners on.
Finding the base runner.
That's right, trying to find base runners, and that was obviously not our strategy there. Swing and a
Swing and
miss.
miss on first pitch.
Yeah, but just something here. 5-0, and curveball hit foul, slider. So 0-2 quickly for McGee, and again, McGee, promising young sophomore. You can see got a little pop on his arm. I think he touched 85 a couple of times tonight pitching. Swinging a hot stick earlier in the year. Has cooled off since, but still very capable hitter. No balls, 2 strikes. Fastball fouled over to the indoor complex. And
We'll get through.
hanging curveball, and that's what you like to see. Base hit to start the 7th. And so there'll be a runner. Ashmore.
Courtesy runner number 2, Jack Ashmore.
Ashmore on for McGee, running.
Coming to the plate for the Cougars, number 8, Colt Walker.
This is an opportunity. I think maybe you do go to your bench and you let Cone hit here.
Yeah, I was just thinking, what type of hitting do we have in the
and pops it up to shallow right.
trouble? I would take another. Well,
Second baseman going out, backpedaling, and brings it, corrals it. And, maybe, he likes the speed over there, but,
right.
Again, what type of approaches are we taking at the
Right.
plate? We're seeing one pitch, we're seeing 2 pitches.
Right.
We're swinging like we're, I don't know. And I think even as a hitter, you can have an approach where, hey, look, I'm going to work the count. I can't hit a 5-run home run. We gotta have base runners.
That's right.
And Williams fouls it off, 1-1.
Sully, I'm assuming our
Definitely.
our
That's not
pitch
that's not
count
right.
is off or something, but it said he reached 87 on that previous pitch.
Negative, Ghost Rider.
70 miles per hour.
And slider there, fouled off, so 1-2. He's been consistently 81, 82 all night.
There's no way he reached back and got 87.
I wouldn't think so. Yeah,
Maybe so.
might have been the exit velo. It caught the exit velo for maybe Hendricks. And pass ball, Ashmore will advance. And so runner at second here, 2 balls, 2 strikes. I don't think it is. Was that a ball right there? First pitch was a ball.
Oh, let's see. Strike 1 looking foul, ball 1. So it's 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes. First pitch was a strike?
Yep.
Okay, I thought they called it a ball. And that'll be popped up. Popped up foul. The Raider pitcher will get under it and retire Williams for the second out of the inning. So down to our last out here. Brady McKinney up.
Now batting, number 17, Brady McKinney.
And ball inside. I would expect a good AB here.
Yeah. And Brady, we've always talked about how he is a smart athlete. He knows the game well. I would think Brady knows he can't win the game in one swing. He knows that we need base runners. And you can tell in his approach right here, he's already 2-0.
And I know, it's not out of the realm of possibility here that, Brady 3-0, he gets on a walk. Then you get Cade, Braden, and then you somehow get Barrett up as the potential tying runner. I mean, stranger things have happened. So 3-0 here. I'd have him take 2 pitches in a row.
Absolutely. Need the base runner.
And strike right down the middle on 3-1. And ball in, so McKinney will draw a walk. I'll bring up Walker.
Now batting for the Cougars, number 4, Cade Walker.
Walker 1 for 2. One of the only 3 hits we have on the game. I hope we're not going to run from first and just sit there and no, they're not. Walker ground ball, and that should do it. And that'll be the ball game. So the Raiders come to Simpson, win both games, and take the series from your Cougars 2-1. The Cougars never really threatened in the whole ball game, to be honest. The one bad inning where we gave up 4 runs. But, you can't win if you don't score. And tonight was one of those nights where we just never really got the bats rolling at all.
Exactly right. And, we got to figure out how to hit situationally, how to, approach the at-bats and know what we've got to do to get on. And I just didn't feel like we were ever in sync with that tonight. Obviously, we didn't barrel up anything of notice. We did have some that we got underneath a little bit that very well could have been hits, but they just kind of hung in the air. So, again, not a lot to say as far as, our offensive production tonight. Obviously, it's our second time this year just to be shut out. So,
right. And okay, so we do have a schedule change for Monday, correct?
Correct.
So tell me that we play at Wayne.
No, we play home.
On Monday.
Home on Monday. That's going to be our senior night, and then we will play away Tuesday and Thursday. So it'll be home, away. We are playing, the typical schedule is usually Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, but with Easter, it's going to be Monday, Tuesday, Thursday this week.
That's right, because of Good Friday.
And the schedule changes because of the golf tournament on Monday. So we're going to be home and then away.
All right, well, look.
Last regular season game in the hole.
That's right.
Monday night.
That's right. Last regular season game Monday night here. And last regular season series of district play. And then we will get into playoff action that next week. But for Coach Lane, for Coach McNulty, disappointing loss tonight. But everything's out in front of these Simpson Cougars to try to make a run here and fight for how many state championships do we have here? 6 or 7,
something like that. Coach Mullins, if he's still listening, he can chime in.
I know we went on a run. It was like 97, 98, 2001, and then 2003, 4, 5. And then I'm not sure we've won one since. I know Coach Hederman had us an out away. I would say that was 2006 or 7.
Yeah.
But
So it's been that long since there's been a state championship in baseball here?
I think so. I know that got beat in the state championship by Mag Heights, maybe in 2013 or 2014, and I don't know if we've been back to the state championship. But look, this team. Do you have any information on that?
All right. Coach Mullen says 97, 98, 01, 04, 05, 06.
Okay, so I was on it. Just instead of the three-peat, I was thinking about the football team, 03, 04, 05, but the baseball seasons was the 03, 04 season, 04, 05 season, 05, 06. So
yeah, he says we lost in 2019 to Mag.
Okay, 2019 was the last appearance. Look, we're up in the north side with Mag Heights. This Lamar team is formidable, but it's not such a huge mountain that we can't overcome it. We just got to get hot, and we got to play well, and we got to execute at a high level, and we'll have an opportunity to do that.
Look, this obviously stings tonight, that losing the series, but at the end of the day, every goal that we have long term, it's still in front of us.
That's right.
The road is, it's going to be difficult, but hey, it all goes through Mag Heights anyway. So I mean, if we end up having to play them earlier, so be it. We still got to beat the man to be the man. So
that's right. I mean, I think that would put us in line now that we're the 2 seed. That would be in the second round of the playoffs, if I'm not mistaken, that we would play Mag instead of the third round.
Also, just a quick note, on Tuesday night, the games are at Wayne at 5 and 7. So it's a little bit different time. It's not 4 and 6. It's going to be 5 and 7 on Tuesday.
Okay. Well, you heard it there, folks. We appreciate y'all listening. Hate we brought the loss tonight, but look, the Cougars will bounce back. I look forward to them getting 3 wins next week. And
still a lot of talent, still a lot of seniors, still a lot of experience on that club right there. So I really think that we can definitely make some noise.
Absolutely. It's time to make a run, time to play our best baseball.
Absolutely right.
We'll see y'all Monday. Y'all have a great weekend.